All right, everybody, welcome. Okay, you should have your how-to paper. Okay, you're going to cut only to the line and then fold it to where I can still see the side. Right? Okay. So pause it, get it like this, and then come back to see me. Okay, step one, how to. How to solve a system using substitution. That's the first steps we're really going to work on today, is substitution. Okay, so the first step is to solve one equation for one variable, i.e. isolate one variable. Okay, solve one equation for one variable, i.e. isolate one variable. Okay, it's very important that you do that. Okay, then step two, whatever that variable is, you're going to substitute the expression from step one into the other equation. Okay, substitute the expression into the other equation. And step three, okay, isolate the other variable and substitute that value, isolate the other variable and substitute that value into the first equation to solve for variable. Okay, you're going to isolate the other variable and then substitute that value into the first equation to solve for variable. Okay, pause it here and make sure you have all that written down. It'll make more sense once we do an example. But essentially we're turning one equation, we're isolating one variable, plugging it in for another equation, solving it out, and plugging it back. So it's kind of a cycle. Okay, here we go. Example 1. So say I have y equals 2x plus 5 and x equals, or 3x plus y equals 10. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick. This variable is already isolated. Okay, so I'm going to use that one. Okay, 3x plus y. Okay, but what is y? Well, y equals 2x plus 5. Well, if this is y, and y equals 2x plus 5, I'm just going to plug that in for y. 2x plus 5 equals 10. Right? If this is y, I can plug this in for y, and now I have an expression with all the same variable. So when I distribute, I get 3x plus 2x plus 5 equals 10. These combine to 5x plus 5 equals 10. subtract 5, I get 5x equals 5. Isolate, I get x equals 1. So now I know that x equals 1. So I can go back to my first equation where y was 2x plus 5. Well, if x equals 1, let me just plug a 1 in there. And solve it out. And now I know what both x and y are. All right, example 2. X equals 16 minus 4y. So I'm just going to plug all this in for x. So I'm going to say 3 times 16 minus 4y plus 4y equals 8. Distribute, I get 48 minus 12y plus 4y equals 8. 48 minus 8y equals 8. Negative 8y equals negative 40. Y equals 5. Now I can plug this back in to my y. Because if x equals 16 minus 4y and y equals 5, then x is going to equal 16 minus 20, which is going to be negative 4. So now, if x is negative 4 and y is 5, that's my solution. Okay, last one. See, this one they don't have either isolated, so I get to choose. I'm going to choose the bottom one. And I'm just going to add y to both sides. So I get x equals y plus 4. So now I'm going to take my other equation, which is x plus 4y equals 9. And I'm going to sub this in. So I'm going to say y plus 4y equals 9. 4 plus 5y equals 9. 5y equals 5. Y equals 1. Okay, back to my original. X minus y equals 4. So x minus 1 equals 4. X equals 5. So I should get a solution of 5 and 1. And that's substitution, everybody, right? I take an equation, isolate one variable, plug that value back into a different equation. That way I have it all in terms of one variable. Combine like terms, isolate, isolate. Plug it back into my original. Isolate, ordered pair. All right, that's it. Easy does it. Do it in your journal.